Hey class, welcome back. Today we are talking about westward expansion, the Mexican-American War. Uh, this was a battle for Texas, basically. The United States had taken over Texas, and the Mexicans were not happy about it, so they sent troops in there to battle to try to get it back. Uh, Texas had won their independence from Mexico in 1836. You know, after the Battle of the Alamo and Battle of San Jacinto, and Sam Houston became their first president of Texas while they were a republic. But this was for Texas because they were not happy that Texas joined the United States in 1845. So this is what this is about. Like I said, Texas has been a state of the country of Mexico since 1821, when Mexico gained its independence from Spain. And in 1836, Texas declared their independence from Mexico, and they formed the Republic of Texas. And like I said, Sam Houston became the first president of Texas.
Background. Texas has been a state of the country of Mexico since 1821, when Mexico gained its independence from Spain. Texans, however, began to disagree with the government of Mexico. In 1836, they declared their independence from Mexico and formed the Republic of Texas. They fought several battles, including the Alamo. In the end, they gained their independence, and Sam Houston became the first president of Texas.
So in 1845, Texas joined the United States, and they became the 28th state of the United States. Mexico, like I said, they didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that the United States took over Texas, and there was a disagreement on the border. Mexico said the border was at the Nueces River, and Texas claimed the border was further south at the Rio Grande River. So not only were they upset that the United States had taken over Texas, there was also a border dispute.
Texas becomes a U.S. state. In 1845, Texas joined the United States as the 28th state. Mexico didn't like that the United States took over Texas. There also was a disagreement over the border of Texas. Mexico said the border was at the Nueces River, while Texas claimed the border was further south at the Rio Grande River.
All right, James K. Polk, he was the president of the United States at the time. He sent troops to Texas to protect the border. Soon, Mexican and U.S. troops, they were shooting at each other, and on May the 13th, 1846, the United States, they declared war on Mexico.
James K. Polk. President James K. Polk sent troops to Texas to protect the border. Soon, Mexican and U.S. troops were shooting at each other. On May 13th, 1846, the United States declared war on Mexico.
So who were the leaders in this war? Well, the Mexican army was led by General Santa Anna, this man right here. He was also the leader. He was the El Presidente for the Mexican army and for all of Mexico when Texas won its independence from Mexico. So he was one of the leaders. The other leader was, you had General Zachary Taylor and you had Winfield Scott. This is Winfield Scott here. So General Taylor's forces were first to engage the Mexican army, and they fought an early battle at Palo Alto, where the Mexicans were forced to retreat.
Who were the leaders? The Mexican army was led by General Santa Anna. The U.S. forces were led by General Zachary Taylor and General Winfield Scott. General Taylor's forces were the first to engage the Mexican army. They fought an early battle at Palo Alto, where the Mexicans were forced to retreat.
All right. Then you had the Battle of Buena Vista. All right. General Taylor, he had advanced into Mexico fighting battles at the city of Monterrey, and there was a mountain pass that was called Buena Vista. Taylor and 5,000 troops were attacked by 14,000 Mexican troops led by Santa Anna. All right. So that's a huge difference, 9,000 troop difference. But they held off the attack, and they actually won the battle despite being outnumbered.
Battle of Buena Vista. General Taylor advanced into Mexico fighting battles at the city of Monterrey and a mountain pass called Buena Vista. At the Battle of Buena Vista, Taylor and 5,000 troops were attacked by 14,000 Mexican troops led by Santa Anna. They held off the attack and won the battle despite being outnumbered.
All right, so the capture of Mexico City. President Polk, he didn't trust Zachary Taylor because he considered him a rival. So instead of reinforcing Taylor's troops to capture Mexico City, he sent a whole other army that was led by General Winfield Scott. Scott advanced into Mexico City, and he captured it in August of 1847.
Capture of Mexico City. President Polk didn't trust Zachary Taylor. He also considered him a rival. Instead of reinforcing Taylor's troops to capture Mexico City, he sent another army led by General Winfield Scott. Scott advanced on Mexico City and captured it in August of 1847.
All right. So, with the United States in control of their capital city, the Mexican country was divided. So they agreed to this peace treaty, and it was called the Guadalupe Hidalgo. And in this treaty, Mexico agreed to the border of Texas being at the Rio Grande, and they also agreed to sell a large area of land to the United States for $15 million, the same price as the Louisiana Purchase. And today, this land makes up several different states: California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, portions of Wyoming, Oklahoma, and New Mexico, and also Colorado. All were established from this treaty, from the Guadalupe Hidalgo, and the land that they purchased.
Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. With the United States in control of their capital city and much of the country divided, the Mexicans agreed to a peace treaty called the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. In the treaty, Mexico agreed to the border of Texas at the Rio Grande. They also agreed to sell a large area of land to the United States for $15 million. Today, this land makes up the states of California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. Portions of Wyoming, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Colorado were also included.
All right, comprehension questions. In 1836, Texas declared its independence from what country? A, Mexico, B, Britain, or C, Canada? It is A, Mexico. This was the Mexican-American War. And eventually, Texas was a republic after they declared, and it wasn't until 1845 when they joined the United States, but it was Mexico that they declared independence from.
We have a winner.
Number 2, what president declared war on Mexico in 1846? A, Abraham Lincoln, B, James K. Polk, or C, George Washington? It was B, James K. Polk. He was the president of the United States at the time. He sent troops down to Mexico. They started fighting each other, and so they declared war on Mexico.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Number 3, what general captured Mexico City? Was it A, General Santa Anna, B, Zachary Taylor, or C, Winfield Scott? It was C, Winfield Scott. President Polk didn't trust Zachary Taylor, so he sent a brand new army, another army down, led by General Winfield Scott, to capture Mexico City, and he did just that.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Number 4, what treaty was signed that gave the United States more land? A, the Guadalupe Hidalgo, B, no treaty, or C, the Mr. Shawn treaty? It was A, Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
And that is all for today. Be sure to check out the other Westward expansion videos. I had to do this one last because of some audio problems yesterday. So I have all the Westward expansion videos in here now. Be sure you go on Schoology, students, and turn this in, get credit for it. And I will see you next time. Y'all have a good day.